Righto guys, we're back and today's little exercise is a steering box. So I haven't actually pulled this apart and had a look inside it, and you know, it's probably a good idea just to go through everything. I know the wire, the actual horn wire's actually snapped off anyway, so I've got to get that out of there, and so just a good idea to pull it apart, give it a good clean out, check everything out inside, make sure there's no parts that need to be replaced. So yeah, we'll look at we'll just take off the cover here and have a little look inside and see what we find. Righto, so the GoPro battery died. See if you look. So I've just put you on the tripod, but we'll just get these. So yeah, a little bit of gunk in there, just in the bottom, so we can give that a good clean out. And let's just have a look in here. I'll flip you guys around. And it's got oil in it. Got a lot of greasy gunk there as well. Yeah, so we might drain that all out. I'm not sure when this has been recoated, if it has or not, but yeah, we'll just yeah, get that stuff out of there. No worries. Okay, so you can actually see I've just cleaned out the cover plate, and check that out. There's some oxidization because it's aluminium. It's yeah, got some real big pits down there in the corner. Luckily it hasn't actually gone all the way through to the outside, but yeah, I might have to just sort of give that a bit of a scuff up, and you know, if it does end up breaking through, I'm not sure. But anyway, that's a lot cleaner. Had a lot of junk, a lot of sand, gritty stuff in there. If we come back to this guy, I'll give that just an empty out, and it's pretty good. It's actually got really good movement. There's no there doesn't seem to be any sort of wear on the pin. I had a look at that. There's a little pin that slides in and out. So yeah, I think we're pretty good here. I think we'll probably just give that a little bit more of a clean, and I've got to get the wire out of here, so I'll just take this plate here off. There's some shims behind this, and this wire here basically runs right up to your horn. So I've got to see what's going on because I can't seem to get that out. So I might even have to pull the shaft out. I've restored a couple of these before. One of them I actually had to buy a new pin because it was worn out and there was just slop in it. But this is actually quite tight. It's got really good movement in it, and there's no slop. So I think it'll equal a good steering at the end of it. Like, you won't have a super amount of play in the steering when you're driving, but I mean, they're never fantastic from the factory anyway. But anyway, yeah, we'll get this cover plate off and have a look inside here and see what's going on with that wire. And yeah, go from there. Cheers. Okay, so I've got these 4 M10s out, and we'll just carefully pull this plate out, and you'll see there is shims here, and they're important. But yeah, check this out. Oh, there's some gross crap going on there. So that's obviously the tube where the wire runs inside it. I'll just carefully take that out. And there's our wire. Beautiful. Ooh. And that's where she's broken. So yeah, look at that. Whoa, there's some serious crud on that. Okay, we'll stick that up on the bench. That's hideous. Ew. Okay, so there's our little shims, and I just dropped it because I'm a kook. not sure how many shims are on this one, but there's normally a few. Oh, there you go, there's only one. But that's real, yeah, that's just not good at all. So we're going to have to pull this sucker apart a bit further. There's ball bearings in there too, and shit gets real once you have to. This guy here I'm not going to pull out. I don't think I need to, because the bushing inside that has no slop in it, so I don't have to re-ream it and put new bushings in that. I'm just going to clean this out here and clean the bearings out. They're real. I mean, it's quite a simple thing. If you pull, you know, people get a bit scared pulling this shit apart, but there's not much in them. You know, you can get them recoded, and it costs a fortune to get them done. But you can do it yourself. You can clean them out, and as long as they haven't got a heap of play in them, you can replace this pin here. It's not cheap, but if you're in America, it's cheap. If you're in Australia, it's not. Like everything else, splitty related. Anyway, we'll just give this guy a clean up, and at least I got the wire out. That was the main concern. I wasn't able to pull it out before, but it's obviously just seized inside. So we'll continue. Okay, so we've given it a good clean out. That bearing in there was just crowded up big time. And she's working really good now. You can actually see the motion of it. Nice and easy, nice and fluent. No binding. So that's awesome. I did give this guy a really good clean up too, and you can actually see through it now, through the hole, because that thing was completely blocked up. So there was no way you were going to get a wire through that. And we did have two shims, so there was actually one more shim that was stuck on that part. Anyway, so we can stick it all back together and give it a paint. I think the bottom section's black actually. I don't know. I have to look up the factory specs, and I think the steering shaft here is the silver beige, I think they call it, which is kind of like an off-white. So I'll have to get that mixed up before I paint it, and then just get the bottom part done black. But anyway, yeah, it was a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I thought I might have to replace some of the bearings, the balls in there, or even this guy here. But it's working quite good. So we'll pop that all back together. Obviously, you've got to run a bead of gasket, silicone or whatever on that one, just to stop the oil coming out. And same on the bottom here, and yeah, then I can get it installed back in the bus and get the steering wheel on and the pitman arm and all that other great stuff. So cool. I'll keep going with this one and get it done. So here's the finished product, painted up. I've just used a satin paint for the steering shaft, only because you're going to be getting in and out of the car and scuffing it. But that's all ready to go, ready to put back in the bus. I have actually put in a solution, which is this stuff here. Just grab it out of the box, and so it's I suppose just a synthetic oil, well, they call it an oil stabilizer, but it's just a lubricant. And obviously you fill up the chamber here, take off the little bung there and fill up the chamber, make sure your gasket's all in good condition, and yeah, that does all the lubrication inside on the worm drive, and all is good. So this one's ready to go back in, and we will get the bus up and get the column installed. The next thing I've got to do is paint the steering wheel black, because it's white and it doesn't really go. Like, it's actually the wrong colour. I mean, you can see there's a cream versus bright white, and I just think it's going to look better as a black steering wheel and black column. So that one will get scuffed back and repainted. So whack him up there for now. So yeah, we'll get the bus up on the hoist and install the steering column.